You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by Sioux Falls JobFair.com. Good day, sir. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How's everything in Smallville?
How are you? You know, getting back to normal-ish.
You guys finally rested after, what'd you have, like a 3-4 day party at your place?
Oh my gosh.
Smallapalooza?
Yes, it was crazy.
Friends from out of town who came to visit, and it turned into quite the hullabaloo.
Well, it wasn't just a couple friends. It was like 127 people.
We invited a bunch of people thinking, a few of these people show up, and they all showed up.
They all showed up.
I
Brought friends of their own.
I saw some of the photos. I'm going, what the?
Yeah. I had to rent a van to drive people around. Seriously. So huge shout out to our friends at ABC Rental, and it was nice.
Well,
it was
good for you. Way to be social.
Oh yeah, it was fun. We finally got everybody back to the airport yesterday afternoon, and we're good now.
Holy cow! Well, good.
We got Dan here for a little bit for one of the parties, and he almost immediately did an about face and went back.
I noticed that. What was that? You walk
we
in,
looked up, and we're like, "Where's Dan?"
It's like, this is just more weird people like John and Heidi. It's like they've cloned them.
Honestly, I did. I appreciate. I walked in. And,
met 3 people and said, I'm out of here.
I'm just really good at reading the room wherever I go. And, I happen to look out back, and there's 947 people, and I'm going, you know what?
Most of them insane like us.
I just don't want to work this hard. I don't.
I don't want to explain anything. I'm just done.
My keys are right here. And, good luck to everyone.
I heard you show up. Mustang rumbled up. I was like, oh, Dan's here. And then I heard, blah, 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 blah. Was it something I said?
Well, it's great. At my age, you really don't have to explain anything. You just do what you want.
You just do what you want when you want. It's all good.
Pass. Let's see some huge birthdays today. I always like this guy, Antonio Banderas.
Oh, yeah.
He's 61 today.
He seems pretty cool.
Jack Haley, probably most famous.
That Comet?
The Tin Man in Wizard of Oz.
Oh, that Jack Haley.
Yeah.
Oh, that Jack Haley.
How about that? And I only bring this up because it was my very first rock and roll concert ever. Ian Anderson, frontman for Jethro Tull.
Nice.
74 today. Saw him at the Minneapolis Labor Temple, February 9th, 1969. I was a mere 13 years old.
Oh, wow.
How did you remember that exact day?
Because it was my first rock and roll concert ever. I was with John Carroll and Butch Moore, actually.
You got an amazing memory, Dan.
Steel Trap.
They were 14.
Wow.
So I was the baby. And it was really good. Speaking of rock and roll, I need to mention this too. Leo Fender, born this day.
Guitar man.
Invented the Fender guitar, the Stratocaster, played by Hendrix and Clapton and Jeff Beck and Buddy Guy and
Dan
Stevie
Farris.
Ray Vaughan. And yes, I am the proud owner of a Fender Stratocaster.
I know you are.
I call her Grace.
Oh,
I know. So let's see. Anybody remember the Revolutionary War?
1776-ish.
Thank you, John. This day, 1776, Revolutionary War. Word of the United States Declaration of Independence reaches London, England. King George III goes, what?
That is a quote.
Wait just a darn minute. Everybody's fired. Bring me a drink.
You know I'm the king, right?
Broke down, cried like a crack baby.
Jeez.
It was 1821, Missouri admitted as the 24th United States state. The Show Me State. I don't even know what that means.
I don't either. What are you showing?
I don't know. Yeah. It's like, hey, does this look infected to you?
Just prove it.
Does this look infected
Show me.
to you?
Show me. No, not that. Not
Here,
that.
I was thinking the Show Me State, that should have been Louisiana, because in New Orleans, they throw beads and you have, show me.
Whole
that would
different
make
thing.
more sense.
It's just Fat Tuesday, though, man. That whole
Yeah, that's
parade
true.
thing, the Show Me State. It was 1985. This was really big news, kind of controversial, too. Michael Jackson buys ATV music. That wasn't music to drive your all-terrain vehicle by. It was over 4,000 songs, but included
Beatles.
The Beatles.
the entire 250 Lennon-McCarthy music album.
Yeah.
Paid $47 million for
Holy
that bad
cow.
boy. Sony snapped it up in 2015. And McCartney, Paul, that is, got the rights back to all that stuff back in 2018.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been quite the rocky road for that stuff. So
That's pretty cool, though.
I know, we all know, and we can just bounce ahead.
We're going to do that. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you by SiouxFallsJobFair.com.
I'm Nick from PureCannaCompany.com. We create the purest form of CBD with just 3 ingredients. CBD, as simple as 1, 2, 3. Everything is 100% natural, GMO-free, gluten-free, kosher, and made in the USA. From the soil to the oil, we provide the purest form of CBD. We also keep the prices low, so we can help as many people as possible. Learn more at PureCannaCompany.com. Oils, lotions, bath bombs, and more. Use promo code RADIO to save 10% at PureCanna, PureCannaCompany.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting. Yeah.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. And Dan, what do you find interesting on this fine Tuesday?
I find it interesting that I had something I find interesting just in my hand like minutes ago.
And then you lost
That's
it.
interesting.
Oh, there it is.
It's interesting.
It's under stuff that's not very interesting.
That stuff does not look very interesting at
You know,
all.
if you're like me, you may spend way too much time wondering, what do your favorite celebrities do besides be celebrities?
That's true.
Do they have other talents? Do they do other things, their personal lives? And so I did a little research, did a little digging, and I just think this is kind of fun stuff for celebrities. As you know, my spirit animal is Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec.
Yes.
He just has all the answers. That is actor Nick Offerman, of course. And a big part of his character on Parks and Rec is he could build furniture. He could do anything with wood, blah, blah, blah,
Right.
blah, blah. In real life, you know what? He has owned his own custom woodworking.
Really?
For over 20 years. He's actually amazing at it.
So he really is a woodworker.
He really,
Wow,
truly
that is interesting.
So if they work at a woodworking place, are they a woodworker worker?
I think so.
Okay.
But yeah, his little shop has been producing custom furniture and selling it for over 20 years now.
Oh, that is interesting.
Okay, and I knew this, and I love this. Vera Wang, her
Yeah.
fashion, everything from jewelry to,
Right?
dresses to shoes, wanted to be and came darn close. Professional figure skater.
Really?
Actually, she and her then partner, James Stewart, competed in the U.S. Nationals back in 1968, did not make the Olympic cut.
Well, that is interesting.
Her passion in fashion.
Oh, I see what he did there.
Mike Rowe.
I love
We
Mike.
all love Mike Rowe. Dirty Jobs.
Right.
Has recurring role on Last Man Standing as Mike Baxter's
Right.
brother.
Yeah.
All around neat guy. Knows how to dig ditches, fix plumbing, everything else. Did you know he actually sings opera and is pretty good at it?
Seriously? I would have never guessed that.
In fact, starting his career, and he wanted to do something in showbiz. He was a card-carrying member of the American Guild of Musical Artists.
That is pretty cool. I did not know that.
There you go.
Did you know that Elvis wanted to sing opera?
He could have. He had the pipes for it.
Did you know that he did sing one opera?
Okay, Pat Benatar, you probably don't know this. She is trained in opera.
So do you know which song of Elvis's is an opera song?
I don't, John.
It's Now or Never. Ah, sol amigo. It's now.
Oh,
or
that's
never.
true.
It's
yeah.
the same. Yeah.
Somebody should have sued somebody for that.
No, he wanted to sing an opera, and his people wouldn't let him, and they're like, okay, here, now you get to sing an opera, but it's not
Did you
going to
know
sound like an
Gwyneth
opera.
Paltrow makes candles?
They smell not good, from what I've been told.
Oh, Bed Bath & Beyond, you got anything that smells like down there? That'd be great.
That's Bed Bath and way
I've
beyond.
got a coupon. Woo! Doogie Howser, Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
Been around for quite a while. It turns out he's a pretty darn good magician.
Oh, nice.
In fact, he is a member of the Magic Castle and once served as president of the Magic Castle's board of directors.
Really?
Yeah, he knows his sleight of hand.
All sorts of cool stuff.
Yup. My favorite action guy these days, Jason Statham.
Oh, I love him.
Did you know he was a diver? And I mean a darn good diver.
Like,
Platform, diving board, that kind of thing.
I was thinking scuba. Okay, I got you now.
1990, represented England at the Commonwealth Games. That's your ticket to the Olympics, by the way.
Okay.
Wow.
And it still honks him off that he did not make the Olympic team out of England. And that was his goal.
Huh. We had a gentleman visiting us this weekend that almost went to the Olympics. One of
Yeah,
our
well,
guests.
almost don't pay the rent, John. I don't know who that friend of yours is, but
Almost
it's like
doesn't
blah,
cut it.
blah, blah. Let's hear about this again. Wow.
Well then.
Heidi,
Why we didn't have you stick around the party? Here's Dan, but he's got to go.
those are my social skills, too. I go, blah, blah, blah. And Heidi and I were just talking about this guy because we think he's great. Actor Terry Crews.
Oh, yeah.
He's just phenomenal.
Love him.
Turns out, guy's a pretty darn good flute player.
Really?
Received
Terry Crews is a flute player.
Yes, was gifted
No
a
relation to
flute.
Tom Cruise, by
no,
the way.
Was gifted a flute as a young man from one of his uncles, and took several years of lessons.
That's awesome.
And he still plays, yeah. So
That's a very tiny instrument for such a big man, isn't
Yeah.
it? I
Yeah,
bet he
that
looks
is.
kind of funny playing that.
yeah, he probably just carries around in his hip pocket.
That's
So
awesome.
I just thought that was kind of fun stuff. So.
That is. And that is why we refer to this as stuff Dan finds interesting. Hi, I'm John, and I'm here to show small businesses that radio is a great investment. So, what do you have here?
This is a Chinese Ming vase.
Wow, that looks expensive and a bit fragile.
Yes, it's valued at... Oh my God, what are you doing?
Hey, that was fragile.
Why did you do that?
To show everyone that radio advertising is a much better investment than some old pottery. I sure hope you had insurance on that thing. Let BetterResultsAdvertising.com bring your message to life right here on the radio. Here's the legal lady.
No priceless heirlooms were destroyed. It was all in your mind. Thanks to BetterResultsAdvertising.com.
Time now for your morning coffee break, brought to you by Kaladi's Bistro on the corner of 26th and Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. Mr. Dan Farris back for final time. What do you got over there, Dan? You got something important? Something
Yeah,
good?
it's tourist season. South Dakota makes bank. You know, this time of year, a lot of people from everywhere come around to see this, that, get gored by bison, whatever. Sturgis is going on. They're estimating about 700,000 plus.
Yeah.
At this
Sioux Empire
point.
Fair, too?
Yep, that's going well. Everything's just chugging right along. Is it next week the state fair starts in here?
No, it's a couple more weeks.
Couple more
Yeah,
weeks?
it's-
Oh, that's towards
it
the end
ends
of
like
month.
right end of the
okay.
month.
I did not know this. There are some towns we're all familiar with in South Dakota that have kind of quirky nicknames or referred to by the locals as something other than the actual town name.
Okay.
Let's hear these.
Not making this up. Nicknames or other references. For instance, we all know Aberdeen. Most of us familiar with Aberdeen, the hub city.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I get that one, yeah.
But somehow it's also known as the town in Frog Pond.
What?
That's a true story.
That is not a short name for Aberdeen. Aberdeen is much shorter than all of that.
The town in Frog Pond. Not sure what the reference was because I just really didn't want to do the work.
There must be a book called Frog Pond, and it's that town.
Redfield, of course, the pheasant capital of the
Right.
world.
Yeah.
It's a nice claim to fame. And Clark, South Dakota, I had no idea. Also known as Potato Town.
Yeah, they do potato chips there. Dakota-style chips come from Clark, South Dakota.
Oh, I
Okay,
didn't know
all
that.
right.
Oh, they're good chips,
And
too.
they have an annual potato festival
I've never been to that.
every
I should
year
go.
as well. We should.
Oh, I love potatoes.
do it.
There's really not much a potato can't do.
I know.
I agree.
You know
Potatoes
what? Between
perfect.
potatoes and pigs, you got everything covered because you got bacon, you got
Yeah.
ham,
Oh, yeah.
you got sausage, potatoes, you got fries, you got mashed potatoes,
Yeah.
you got tater tots.
All good stuff.
Now I'm hungry, Dan.
And I don't know what this means, but Watertown is also referred to as South Dakota's rising star.
Yeah, it used to be the city on the go.
Really?
Yeah, and then they changed it to South Dakota's Rising Star in the 90s.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
See what else we got here. I like this one a lot. Leola. Just happens to be, visitors, the rhubarb capital of the world.
love rhubarb.
I know you do.
I love
I
rhubarb.
know you do. It's the only thing in my backyard I didn't kill.
Yeah,
Just because Heidi digs it.
she does.
I've always loved this. Gayville.
Gayville.
Happens to be the hay capital of the world.
Hay capital, yeah.
Hay capital
That's a different kind of Gayville.
the world.
Just stop.
You know, I've been in Sioux Falls now since '87, and
Yeah.
you know, you've got all these references, great places, great faces. I knew you'd go there. I'm the only one
still
not
gave it
surprised
to
by this. I did. It was a softball. Like, here you go, Hides. Smack it out of the park. I have never once heard Sioux Falls referred to as this.
Queen City.
No.
Oh.
Gateway to the Plains.
Oh, I've never heard that either.
Never heard that.
That's not on any
But there it
keychains
was
I
in,
own.
in the story I came across. I looked at it and went, really?
Gateway to the Plains?
Okay.
Gateway to
Like
the
airplanes?
Plains.
Very interesting.
What if you're going east?
Yeah, it's the gateway to the Midwest.
Gateway to tax hell, Minnesota.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's just call it Queen City, because that's what it is. It's not,
I've never heard that either.
you
Let's
haven't
just
heard?
call it Sioux Falls.
All right, whatever.
Or Siufu.
Yeah.
Or the 605.
There we go.
That's the whole state.
Oh, man, that is so great. That is so. We need a name for our business. Just put 605 in there,
And then whatever you do.
and we're good. We're good.
What do you do? Rhubarb? 605 rhubarb. You're
605
good.
rhubarb.
That's genius.
Raven Industries, 605 Industries. Sanford, 605 Health. Just get it done across the board.
We're all covered.
Let's do this. Can't take it anymore.
It's gonna change the phone book a lot. I'll just
Every single one of them.
And where would that even land alphabetically? I don't
funny.
know. Well, Dan, thank you so much for all of that. Appreciate it.
Yeah, kind of spun out of control there.
It kind of did. I blame you and Heidi, but mainly you.
And on that note, I'm gonna have to bounce. So again, we've got some much needed rain again the past week.
Oh my gosh, it's been wonderful.
Stuff is going, and
As a friend of mine put it on Facebook, this is the wettest drought I've ever experienced. Because South Dakota's in a drought, but we've had a lot of rain.
But I've said it before, and it bears repeating right now. Control your leafy spurge.
Yeah,
it's not just a good idea. Darn it. It's the law.
It is the law.
All right, see you guys.
It should be. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris, brought to you right now by SiouxFallsJobFair.com.
I kind of feel like I've been talking about BetterCreditCards.com forever now, but we want to mention that BetterCreditCards.com is designed to help you get a better credit card. Why should that matter to you? Because this can save you money every single month. There's no fee to check it out, so when you get a minute, click on the website BetterCreditCards.com and see if we can help you find a better credit card. Do it today. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Sunny 93.3 broadcasting from the Sioux Empire Fair, and I'm at the South Dakota Right to Life booth, and I've got Mr. Dale Barchers with me. How are you, sir?
Hello, Sonny. It's great to be with you. I'm doing fine.
We're glad to have you on the program. Now, let's talk a little bit about, first of all, you got a booth at the Expo building this whole week, and what are folks finding here at the booth?
Well, we've had a booth in the Expo building here at the Sioux Empire Fair for a number of years now. In fact, South Dakota Right to Life, where this is our 50th year we're commemorating right now in the state of South Dakota. So we've been out here for a few years, and it's exciting as people come by. And of course, South Dakota Right to Life, we're all about two things, and that's legislation and education. So our booth is very education filled for young people and older.
Very, very nice. And you've got an event coming up, and this is the Life Chain in October, and there's all kinds of stuff that goes with it. Tell me a little bit about the event.
Well, the event is our 50th state convention. It's a celebration weekend, really. The convention is Friday night, October 1, and Saturday, October 2. And then on Sunday, we have our Life Chain along 41st Street, stretching there in front of the Planned Parenthood, the state's only abortuary. And so we stand and we make a statement as we pray for an end to the Holocaust called abortion.
And this is a very peaceful thing that you're doing, right?
Oh my goodness, yes. It's 1 hour long from 2 to 3 on Sunday, October 3. And simply standing there with a very positive sign, holding a sign, and making a statement just by the presence.
And if somebody listening is going, hey, I've seen that in the past, and I've always wondered about how that comes together, if they would like to be a part of it, how do you sign up to be a part of that?
Well, simply go to our website. That's sdrighttolife.org. That's SD for South Dakota, righttolife.org. And there's an icon that you can click on.
Very, very nice. And if they'd like to get more information, they can also stop by the booth. I suppose you're here at the Sioux Empire Fair. You're here all week?
Oh, we're here all week, all the way through Saturday.
Very, very nice. Well, thank you for taking time to chat.
Hey, great talking with you.
And again, this is one of the many folks you'll see at the Sioux Empire Fair this week. And again, their big event coming up Friday, October 1st, Saturday, October 2nd, and Sunday, October 3rd. I'll throw a link to all of that information also on our Facebook page, facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News.
Addiction is a problem for many, and addiction can drive away those you love the most. Addiction can also lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and if you're not careful, addiction can even cost you your life. TimeForRehab.com reminds you that you don't need to let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at TimeForRehab.com. We want to help. TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Thanks for listening on a Tuesday. We still have Ranger Dan in a bit of a timeout, trying to figure out, hopefully soon, what's going to happen here exactly. For those of you who didn't hear what happened last week, well, you're the lucky ones. But we do have the best of Ranger Dan right now.
I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Heartfelt, snappy salute off the Well-Starched Burn, the Ranger Dan camp to you too. Howie, you're hi, Heidi.
Ranger Dan.
Oh, man, you smell good for a girl. Hey, I was kind of hoping here now that we've got a little distance on the whole thing, we'd be able to get back to what we do best around here on Critter Corner, and that, of course, is laying knowledge on the little radio range about critters and whatnot, but we're still getting a little bit blowback, a few inquiries about
there's been some inquiries.
Last little event here, of course, as you know, over the course of the past weekend, we held the Ranger Dan second annual Ice Hole Ball, which was a huge success. We certainly put money in my bank account. Anyway,
success.
Of course, you know, it's always important to keep in mind that everything we do here on Critter Corner and everything having to do with Ranger Dan Enterprises, a subsidiary of Ranger Dan Global, is about the children.
It is, yeah.
So as another follow-up to our recent second annual Ice Hole Ball that we had last week, because the Ice Hole Ball, of course, is a family-friendly event, we strived, of course, to make sure that there were some things going on for the littlest radio rangers to enjoy, including free face painting for the children.
Oh, that's nice.
Fortunately, with the temp in the lower 20s and upper teens there, your standard issue watercolor paints, well, they just kind of hardened up on us when we were getting ready to go there. And being resourceful, we decided it'd be a snap and a whole lot simpler to just grab a nice array of colorful and assortment of Sharpie markers. Well, come to find out from various parents, though, that stuff doesn't exactly just wash off, apparently, and may in fact have a hang time of several weeks, if not a couple months, depending on how hard my associates were, so to speak, pressing the flesh. But, on the bright side, and of course, Ranger Dan likes to always have the glass half full, your kid now looks like a junior member of MS-13 or a Guatemala drug cartel, and the odds of him or her getting bullied by his peers have dropped to about 0. So, hey, Mom and Dad, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Well, that's all the time we have today, little Radio Rangers. Until next time, this is Ranger Dan out. And say it with me, darn it.
Yes,
sir.
I'm Nick from PureCannaCompany.com. We create the purest form of CBD with just 3 ingredients. CBD, as simple as 1, 2, 3. Everything is 100% natural, GMO-free, gluten-free, kosher, and made in the USA. From the soil to the oil, we provide the purest form of CBD. We also keep the prices low, so we can help as many people as possible. Learn more at PureCannaCompany.com. Oils, lotions, bath bombs, and more. Use promo code RADIO to save 10% at PureCanna, PureCannaCompany.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Tuesday, August 10th, 2021. The market tried to set a new high Monday, but struggled throughout the day to make any movement at all. The S&P 500 opened just shy of an all-time high, then spent the day hovering below that level to close with a small loss at the end of the session. Technically speaking, the index looks like it's at the peak of a rally that has lasted since last November, when the earnings outlook began to turn positive. Now, nearly a year later, the market looks like it is overextending and set up for a major correction. While the peak of earnings season is over, this week still has quite a few hurdles for the market. There are dozens, if not hundreds, of small and mid-cap names on the earnings calendar with risk embedded in everyone. The key report for the week comes on Thursday in the form of Disney. If Disney is able to outperform the market expectations, it's possible the S&P 500 could move up to set another new all-time high. You can get the inside track at marketbeatminute.com.